The Master of Despair.
And
69 Slush Puppies.
And so basically what we've done, because I feel like Kingdom Hearts 2 is like my favorite game in the series, I wanted to get other people's opinions on the game, like on the series, and like two people who are also a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts 2, and like have our opinions on the worlds and how different each of our opinions are. And so we've each formed a list of the 15 worlds ranked, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to be saying each of our numbers and then debating where we're going to place all of them. So I think we should start with number 15. So should I go first, then Gazing Eye? Okay, how about me, Gazing Eye, then Slush? Okay, so my number 15 is Atlantica. So before we talk about the world, we need to make sure we know our... So my number 15 is Atlantica. How about you, Master of Masters?
Yeah, definitely Atlantica is an F rank on mine.
So it's number 15?
Yeah.
And Slush? What is your number 15? Oh god.
My Atlantica is number 6. That shit is good as hell.
You're lying. I'm not gonna have a troll on this shit.
Listen, bro, I'm telling you because my number 15 is Port Royal, and that's why you're wrong. Because my number 15.
Oh my god, is it because the Let's Race?
No.
Oh my god, Slush, I want this to be serious. Your Atlantica's number 6.
Oh yes, dead serious.
No, okay, so how am I?
So here we're gonna go though. I think we can agree we're gonna put Atlantica at 15. We have two 15s on this, and we got a 6. I'm pretty sure, unless the next are really close together, I think Atlantica is number 15. I think. Come on, Slush.
Okay, so,
come on.
Just to be fair. Okay, so you know how my list is, right? It's like S, A, B, C.
I know, but we're going by 15 to 1.
Wait, why do you really hate Atlantica though? Why? Like, what's?
Well, first of all, no. Anyway,
I like the story, but I don't like the rhythm concept.
Here's the
Is that what it is?
Slush.
Also,
If you said number 13, are you actually out of your mind? Do you actually think this is a 6?
It's actually number 8. It's actually number 8 for me.
Okay.
It is 8. But still,
I would like to
the
see
way-
your reason first, and then me and Gazing Eye will go on why this is 15.
Alright, cool. Go ahead. My
No,
bad.
you go first. I want you to go first.
About what? My number 15?
Yeah, why? No, why this is number... Before we even... Because I really honestly thought everyone's 15 was Atlantica. But I would like you to explain first why this is number 8 for you.
Alright. After you're done doing your speed run and whooping ass, you get a little break at Atlantica. And it's nice, and I like the music. And honestly, it should be. Honestly, it should be. Now that I think about it, though, now that I think about it, it should be a little bit higher on my list. There's some worlds that should be better than this that I have.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I'm gonna bump it up to a 10, honestly. Not 15.
I'm really since it was number 8, I'm really curious what 6 worlds are below Atlantica, because that to me was not a very good reason, and I feel like your list is not very well thought out. But
no, it's actually
Gazing Eye, me and Gazing Eye, we're gonna. Oh my god. Go.
Atlantica must have been a glitch in the system because. Yeah.
Okay, so let me. Okay, Gazing Eye. Well, let's start with the pros. Okay, the pro is the one area we do get to look in. It looks visually way better than the original game. The original game's ocean did not look, textures looked, but it looks very good in this game. The music is nice and calming. The one other pro I'll give this world is I think the 2 soundtracks, the 3 soundtracks that are actually nice to listen to is the 2 that were from the movie, and the Ursula song's not too bad.
Yes.
So what are your pros before, and then we'll go to the cons, because I think there's more cons to the pros in this world.
I would have to say it's a lot more relaxing to take a break from all the tension that's being thrown at you through the entire game. There's no actual boss battles unless you count pressing X a whole bunch of times
yes.
in boss battle, but that's in general, you press X all the time.
But I think we can agree, our chill world is 100 Acre Wood, which I think does a much better job, in my opinion, than Atlantica, in funness and chill. You don't think so? I think...
I mean, I have 100 Acre Wood at a different spot.
But, yeah, but this is still the lowest, so... Another thing is, okay, here's the big con. The thing is, I have never met someone like Slush who, like, I am actually not a hater of this world, but here's the issues. Here we go. The actual melody games are not that fun. When you pause, you can't continue. You have to restart. Ursula coming back makes absolutely no sense. No validation why, unlike Oogie Boogie or Maleficent. It's literally not as... Even though the first world in the original game had its problem, it is definitely the better version of Atlanta because I prefer exploring. If this world would have had music plus exploring, I would have liked this world a lot more. But the fact that the only thing you do this in this world is do music and have this dolphin kick that you don't even have any use for is a ridiculous excuse of a world, honestly. And it is definitely, I think, the worst world in the game. And the most annoying thing is the swimming controls are actually better in this game, but what is the point when you can only go to 2 rooms? This world is quite a disappointment, honestly. And it honestly, if there wasn't the world in Kingdom Hearts 3, there wasn't that one world in Kingdom Hearts 3 that we will get to on another list, this would be my least favorite Disney world in the Kingdom Hearts series. Because other than the visual aspect in general, the cutscenes are nice. I like that it followed the movie a bit, but Ursula coming back and just the music just being the only thing to go back to in this world is quite ridiculous. So that is why it's number 15 for me. Gazing Eye, do you want to... Oh, did I clear everything? Yeah.
The reason why I hate this world is mainly like what you say. You pause, you have to restart. The dolphin kick is very useless. You only go to 2 rooms.
Yep.
But the other things that I hate the most is the fact that if you mess up once on a particular song, like, say for example, like...
Oh, the second one? Yeah.
No, not
Part of your world?
Well, yeah, definitely that one, but also, like, Under the Sea. Like, whatever they first throw at you with, Ariel and Sebastian's bullshit, where you had to press square at a certain time, and you don't even know when it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because for all you know, it's gonna flip into Ariel whenever you accidentally press on Sebastian, and then you get a snap down, and it's like, fuck.
See, I don't see that much primarily with the melody, but yeah, that's fair. But actually, there's one more thing that is also terrible. The new songs added, not so much Ursula's Revenge, I think we can agree, Swim This Way and A New Day is Dawning is actually horrible music. It is actually that as well. The music, in my opinion, is horrible to listen to. Hearing Sora sing is actually jarring to the ears. And I forgot to mention that, but that is another reason why this is the worst world in Kingdom Hearts 2. And I really genuinely think I love everyone in Kingdom Hearts 2, but I'm gonna have to say that Atlantica is definitely my least favorite. And I think, even though Slush has got it at 10 now, I think the 2 15s does lower. I think this does get this world to number 15. So do you want to? I think it's time to move on to the next world, right? So that is Atlantica done, and now we know that 15 is Port Royal for Slush, but we're gonna have to like see our other opinions to see where Port Royal is gonna be placed. So we can't say it yet. So so number 14 for me is actually gonna have to go to... This is a lovely world, and I've told you I like every world other than this world is Disney Castle because it is great for what it does. It's a great entry, the music's awesome, going to the garden, the hallway. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just the sense that we're gonna, honestly, let's be honest, we're only there for 20 to 25 minutes. It's basically get to Minnie and then escort her to the Cornerstone of Light, which is so fun, but unfortunately, like, that is not enough for me to put it higher than other worlds. That even though I may have enjoyed that better than some worlds in general, it just didn't have enough to offer. But it was still great, but I'd have to put it at number 14 because I think it's just the access to the much cooler world later on in that area. So number 14 does have to go to Disney Castle to me, because it just, other than, and it has the lingering wheel portal, but I think you can see where I'm coming from. It just doesn't have too much after what it wants you to do. So that's number 14 for me. Gazing Eye. Oh, the Master of Marvel.
Number 14 for me would definitely have to go to it. Technically, you could say that it's not a Disney World, but it actually is. Because it's also in a Disney movie as well.
I'm a bit scared.
It's in another game. It's also in another game. It would have to go to Mysterious Tower.
Well, that world, that's not really in the ranking, sorry. Did you do 16? So I'm only doing the 15 that are on the Gummy map, because that is tied to Twilight Town, so I'm sorry, not going to count that one.
I totally forgot about that world.
That doesn't really count though. I know what you mean, but I'm gonna count that with Twilight Town. So did you have 16 then? Did you have 16?
Oh, I had 13.
Wait, what do you mean? You had 13 on your list?
Because, okay, so basically on my thing, it popped up with like all the Kingdom Hearts worlds, but there was no more on there.
So, no. So what worlds are you missing? This is annoying now. Oh, come on.
I mean, the worlds that I have...
What are you missing? There's Twilight Town, Radiant Garden, Beast Castle, Olympus, Agrabah, Times River, Disney Castle, Atlantica, Pride Lands, 100 Acre Wood,
I thought we were
Land of
going
Dragons.
for Disney Worlds.
No, we're doing every world in this game.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so do you know where those three are, Hollow Bastion? Can you kind of figure out what they would be?
Yeah,
okay, good.
I can
okay, sorry, I did say. So what is the next then? Because I feel like those three worlds wouldn't be the next. Okay.
The next one would have to be Timeless River.
So 14 is Timeless River. Jeez.
What? That is crazy.
That is crazy.
That is. Have a reason for that.
Jesus, this just shows how 14 is Timeless River?
14. Alright, so we're on 14, right?
Wait, so you like Disney Castle more than Timeless River?
Oh, no.
Oh,
wait,
then
yeah, definitely.
So, okay. Reason, what's yours, Slush 14?
Alright.
Oh, we're also... Oh jeez, this is so controversial.
This is gonna fuck with you guys. Like, all of this will fuck with you, and I don't like these worlds, but I have like a reason why. I just don't find them fun. I just don't find them fun, right?
So Slush, by the way, so the reason we haven't talked about Port Royal is, I think Atlantica, the reason we talked about that word first is because we had 215, so we could validate that being 15. So once we get, like, we may have to, like, go through the whole list until we figure out what is 14. I think, like, Atlantica was the only obvious 15. But anyway, keep going, sorry.
Alright, so... Like, I like Disney Castle, right? Like, I find that, like, to be a nice place to go to. It's not annoying, right? Like, my number 14 is tied between, like 1 or 2.
No, you're gonna have to do one.
I would put Pride Lands as my number 14.
Oh!
I don't like playing as Sora Lion. I really do not. I kind of hate it. Kind of like a task. No, it's kind of like a task for me. It's annoying. So that's
Comments are angry.
Oh my god, Gazy guy's favorite is Pride Land. So this is what is funny. This is gonna be very interesting, where we're gonna have our world. So all ours are different at 14.
My worlds are mainly ranked upon how much like the story progresses through.
So I'm gonna be honest with. So we're going by boss fights as well, but I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm quite shocked by Pride Land and Timeless River. I guess you guys are shocked by Disneyland, Disney Castle as well, but I feel like those two both have more to offer and are more like, I'm just quite shocked. But since the opinions are so different, we're gonna have to go to our next ranking at number 13, because we still don't know where all these worlds are gonna be placed. So I'm gonna go first, and I feel like this is the only controversial world for me, because I feel like this world is quite liked, to be honest, but it's not my favorite. Number 13 for me is gonna have to go to Space Paranoids. The first visit is honestly my least favorite first visit out of any main Disney World. It just, the bike was memorable, but I've never watched the original Tron, so that could be why Tron Space Paranoids didn't stick out that much to me. So yeah, I can see the love for this, but I'm honestly not the biggest Space Paranoids fan. And like the music, the atmosphere, yeah, it's okay. And then the second visit I really like, but again, we will talk about a world more when we actually, you know, have a ranking. But yeah, so for me 13 is Space Paranoids. I definitely do like it. As I said, I do love every world other than Atlantica. But yeah, number 13 for me is Space Paranoids. So, Gazing Eye.
Number 13 for me is Disney Castle.
Okay.
That's a good choice, dude.
That's fair. I just think Disney Castle is the okay, that's... Do you want to explain a bit? Or I think we could know... Yeah.
One of the main reasons why I kind of enjoyed this world is because back in Kingdom Hearts 1, it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there, teasing.
Yeah, that's...
You can only come here through codes, and you're able to explore it and everything. And it looks perfect, but the real deal's in Kingdom Hearts 2, which is why I would have to put it in 13, only because you're able to actually explore it for once.
Without getting into it too much, why is Disney Castle higher than Timeless River? I'm quite shocked by that.
Okay, so with Timeless River, I just don't like the fact how the portals of fighting the Heartless, those car Heartless are annoying in critical mode, and Pete's just fighting two Pete's at once.
That's a bit, so you don't get the hype as other people do, but you can respect it. But you don't get it. You mean you don't get it. You don't get the hype. Yeah. I will get my reasoning, so I don't know if Timeless River is definitely the low 14 yet because we don't know where Slush is, but Slush, what's your 13?
My Timeless River is way higher than yours, apparently.
Okay, mine is a bit higher too, not too much higher, but what's your 13?
Shoot. I don't even know.
Slush, come on.
No, because now that I'm thinking about it, I want to put Disney Castle. It's like Space Paranoids and Disney Castle are a good tie. And I would say, probably...
But just think...
I would say Disney Castle is better than Space Paranoid. So Space Paranoid.
It's 13. Okay, so we both have a similar... So Space Paranoids and Disney Castle seem to be close to the next 14th.
Yeah, my number 12 would be Disney.
Oh, well, don't get into that yet. So that's 13 Space Paranoids. So my number... my number 12 is gonna have to go to the infamous Agrabah. So I like Agrabah in this game. I definitely think do you guys think it's as good as 1? Because I think Agrabah was quite a bit better in Kingdom Hearts 1. Am I the only one that thinks that?
This Agrabah, right? The Agrabah,
don't say what it is, but like, would you think it's better? I think it's better.
The critical mode makes it harder, which makes it worse, honestly.
Well, we're not really doing a critical... Okay, well, I'll just explain really why it's 12. I wouldn't...
If you're casual,
I'm trying to finish my reason, because it's my turn. So let me quickly use my turn. So, the reason it's number 12 is because the first... oh no. The first visit, all in all, I think we can agree, is quite underwhelming, to be honest. Usually the first visit, I think, for the most part in this game are stronger, but for this visit, it was very like, hi Sora, from Aladdin, just runs past, and then, I don't even remember how, but you just team up with Iago, go with him to Cave of Wonders, which, by the way, Cave of Wonders is way more disappointing in this game, nowhere is fun to explore. You get to the treasure room, you fight, and then you basically almost done with the world. It's very a short world, the first visit. You go back to, chase Pete and then fight these two lords, which I could say probably one of the easiest boss fights in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I just think the first visit is very filler and just quite Not that interesting. And then the second visit, I don't know what all our opinions on Agrabah, but the second visit is much more stronger in my opinion. But I'm gonna just say that now. Yeah. So Agrabah's number 12. So, Gazing Eye, what's your number 12?
My number 12. It may shock you. It may shock you a lot. It will have to go to Beast Castle.
Oh. Okay. Do you want to explain a bit now, or do you want to wait till we have that?
Definitely, I'll explain.
Just a bit now. Just a bit now, because, you know...
Just a bit is because, like, first part is okay, but second time, whenever you fight the so-called man himself of wind and air, the airbender, just the fact that his nobodies can pretty much one-shot you, and the fact that you pretty much have to beat him with a jump.
Okay, but that's not the reason, right? That's like, that can't be the only reason as to why.
That isn't the only reason either.
Okay.
It's mainly because from
the others just because okay, how many of the worlds quickly do you guys like in this game, other than like out of the 15? Because I generally like 14 of them. I want to know how many you guys actually enjoy. How many do you enjoy, Gazing Eye? Do you enjoy 14 as well, or do you enjoy like less than me?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay. I do think that is quite a shock as well, just like Timeless River. Number 12, Beast Castle, damn. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah. One of the main reasons why is basically Beast's story arc in Kingdom Hearts 2 was a little bit more It was in his story arc.
Well, well, that's good. We'll explain it. You can go full into detail when we get to that world. You know what I mean? Like all in all. So okay. So your number 12 Slush is. It's Disney Castle, like you said. So I think that is a fair point. We could now put Disney Castle at 14th place, right? It's pretty low for all of us. It's 14, 13, 12, right? So I think that's fair, guys, to put that at 14, right? Guys?
Yeah, whatever you say.
So yeah, I'm just thinking because I think okay. So let's talk about Disney Castle now since we know where that is. I think we can all agree it is really fun for what it is. It's actually there's nothing. Is there anything wrong with it? Would you guys say? I don't think it is. I think they did it perfectly. Like I just think it just didn't have. Unfortunately, let's say if we were doing this Disney Castle visit and let's say Agrabah for the first visit, I would like Disney Castle more. It's just the fact that you only go here once for the story and then after that it's kind of done. And as I said, it only is 20 to 25 minutes, and I think I'm not going to count Lingering Will, but I would have liked a Disney Castle boss fight maybe. Like just one maybe in the garden area or in the hallway or in the big crown room. I definitely think that the highlight of that world was guarding Minnie, because I feel like Minnie, it was kind of cool to see Minnie kick ass. And as Gazing Eye said, which I totally agree, it was just cool, you know, it really was like it hurt me inside seeing the world map of it and never be able to go there. So it felt really special to go there in Kingdom Hearts 2. But yeah, that's my reason. Gazing Eye Slush, you guys want to explain why your reasons?
My reasons for Beast Castle?
Oh no, for Disney Castle, because that's 14 now.
Yeah.
That's officially 14 on our list together.
Okay. Like, pretty much what you said, and also I like the fact how, there's two worlds connected to it, pretty much, which is why I kind of put Disney Castle and Timeless River right
close to yeah.
Mainly because they're connected, and including the fact how the story went there, along with Daisy and Donald having a little freak out moment, and then they're talking.
Yeah, the dialogue was definitely funny. I definitely like. Oh well, it kind of intertwines with Timeless River, so it's hard to. But yeah. You
also got to see the Gummy Ship garage.
Yes, that's amazing. I think it's the first time you see Chip and Dale in their physical form as well.
Yeah.
So that's you, Slush. Your thoughts on Disney Castle overall, because it's number 14. So cute.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't really agree with it being number 14, but it's all good.
I know,
think
but
it's a little bit better than number 14.
no,
But
but
that's just me.
do you not get why it's 14? Because it's 14 for me, it's 13
No, I
for
get
Gazing
you.
Eye, and it's 12 for you. So it kind of concludes. If anything, that would be 15 and Atlantica would be 14 because you had Atlantica at 6. But no, I'm saying so. The reason this is 14 is because as a group, our rankings, this is already, we've all said where it is. So I thought that would make more sense for this to be 14. This isn't in one person's opinion, this is in general. So I'm asking like what you think of the world in general, like what's your thoughts?
I like it. I think that it moves the story along pretty well. You get to fight there, you're in and out.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's not a hassle to be there.
Yeah.
You just go there, kind of fun.
Yeah, I agree. It's just that's why I think it's lower because it doesn't have as much content as the other worlds, which is true. Probably has the least content, even less than Atlantica, unfortunately. But, so that is number 14. So now, our number 14, we're going to go into our number 11s, which my number 11 is going to go to 100 Acre Wood. So, funnily enough, I definitely think this is the better of the two. I think it's better of the two minigame worlds in this game, the other one being Atlantica. And I would honestly say it's as equal to me as 100 Acre Wood. I mean, as 100 Acre Wood in Kingdom Hearts 1. Because I think the minigames were definitely more fun in this game. And I like the plot more. Like, Pooh losing his memory, trying to regain his memory. But I do think the exploring was always stronger in the Kingdom Hearts 1 game. It felt more fun, it felt more natural. But the minigames are always fun in this game, a bit more easy, even though the last minigame is very anticlimactic. But that's, yeah, my 11 is 100 Acre Wood. So, Gazing Eye, your number 11. Master of Masters.
Oh shit, I muted my mic. My number 11 would have to go to Agrabah.
That's fair. That's fair. That is definitely fair. Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed it more than Kingdom Hearts 1's version.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Only because it kind of followed more of the movie more than anything.
The Return of Jafar?
Visit.
I did love that. The second movie, it took inspiration from the second movie. But the reason I actually liked the first one more is I like the stakes of Jasmine being kidnapped, and I have actually kind of gone to the point, I think I prefer when they have their original story. But yeah, I definitely think 11 is definitely fair for Agrabah. But Slush, your number 11?
I believe Agrabah is number 11.
Ooh, okay.
It's not a good world, but it's not bad.
Jesus.
Right in the middle. You know?
So I don't know if Agrabah's 13th yet, because Space Paranoids is quite low from me and Slush. I'm gonna have to see where it is for Gazing Eye to completely know if Space Paranoids are Agrabah's 13th. So we'll go to our number 10s now, because I don't think it's solidified that Agrabah's 13th yet. So my number 10, 14, 13, 12. Number 10, I actually had Port Royal at number 10, but I changed to Timeless River. And the reason I did is, again, I think for what it does, for the first time you, like, the only time you go there, it's amazing. I have to disagree with Gazing Eye, honestly, being it so low. I love the sound because you're in the 1920s. I love the idea of going in the past. I love the 4 rooms. Maybe the boss fights were a bit underwhelming. It was just Pete and Pete, which it was fine. It makes sense. I like the story of, trying to get Pete. It was like the first time it was really introduced to time travel. It's way different than now, but I just think they did it so amazingly. Like, perfect. And the only reason I put it at 10 and not any higher is the only reason the thing is, I find it impressive because this is a lot of people's favorite world in this game, and it's only gone once, and that is the reason I think it is 10, because like Disney Castle, it's not the longest world. It's like about 50 to 55 minutes, and the reason I like the other worlds more is because you get second visits, and it just proves that it's really strong, because for me it's above Agrabah and like Agrabah and Space Paranoids that have 2 visits, but I enjoyed Timeless River, just its 1 visit, a lot. And literally the only real reason is maybe I would have liked a bit longer, and it just didn't. It has good content, and it maybe it's what's the perfect way to say it? It's better, more quantity, less quantity, more quality. That's what I'd give that world. It's very good for what it does, but unfortunately, I think I just like the other worlds better because they have more to talk about. So yeah, that's number 10 for me, is Timeless River. Sorry I went to that one, I had to explain. But, Gazingo, number 10?
Number 10 would have to be 100 Anchor Wood.
Okay. That's very fair.
Like, I love the minigames, except for the cave one. The cave one was a no-no.
I don't like the pot one, personally. The pot one's very underwhelming, that's the only one, yeah. But that's definitely fair, so 10 for you, is that one?
Yeah.
Slush?
Oh, shoot. Oh.
He has to look back at his paper.
How do you know that, dude? So yeah, I ran away to go get my piece of paper, and it says Land of Dragons.
Oh.
And I agree with that.
Gazing guy, you know that's my favorite. That's not, you know what, 10 is not too bad. But above, it's lower than Atlantica?
But you know what, actually? I'm gonna swap that with my number, my different number, which is gonna be Olympus, actually.
Oh, that's another one I'm quite...
Number 10 is Olympus. I really don't enjoy Olympus enough about it.
Okay, you better, when we get to Olympus, you better explain why, because it better not because of that traumatic Hades run you had on level, on that time, that you were an hour on.
It's not that. It's just, it's everything, like it's like a good world, yeah, the story moves along, but it's kind of a hassle to get through and it's long.
Well, I hope Gazing Eye, me and you, Olympus and Land of Dragons are high. That's all I'm gonna say.
What was your number 10 again?
Timeless River. Timeless River was number 10 for me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Jeez, we're so different. I wonder, like, what worlds we agree on the most, because I think Halloween Town's gonna be quite... Okay, number 9, Slush is gonna be happy. Number 9, I'm gonna finally give it to Port Royal. I actually... Definitely, if you've watched the movie, I definitely see the issues with this world. I actually do enjoy it, to be honest. Like, I see the issues, that it's nowhere as good as how the movie does it, obviously. Obviously, I will say the graphics look a bit jarring with Sora. I don't think Barbossa and that looked too bad for their time, to be honest. It's like a mixed bag, but I more enjoy this world. Yes, the pirate enemies can be quite annoying, but I like actually the uniqueness of when they're turned into skulls, you have to kill them. I've always liked that. I think the second visit and first visit are fairly equal in the funness. I actually, even though the Grim Reaper sucks, it's definitely a unique fight. For me, honestly, the best part about this world is I think it's not its own original, but it could just be the best battle theme in any Disney world ever. Just having the He's a Pirate, whatever that song's called, it is immaculate. It's amazing. I love it. Jack's voice actor is definitely jarring, but I can see the issues. I can see why it's not that liked of a world, but I'm gonna have it at number 9 because I actually quite enjoyed it. So yeah, number 9 for me is Port Royal. So Master of Masters, Gazing Eye.
This is gonna be another shocking one.
Ooh.
Number 9 for me would have to go to Pride Lands.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay, I thought it was your okay, yeah.
No, I was trolling at that point.
But you still enjoy Pride Lands, that's good, yeah.
Oh yes I do.
Yep.
I enjoy it. It's a love-hate relationship. Really,
I guess you want to talk about more of it when we get to that, like where it is. Okay. Yeah. Number 9 for you, Slush?
Pride Lands, or not Pride Lands, Land of Dragon.
Okay. That hurts me, but...
Actually, like that world.
You like that world though too, don't you, Slush? You do like it.
It's okay. It's not bad. It's not good.
I'm going to say this now. I bet most of us will have the same number 1.
Maybe.
I hope so. Yeah, we haven't. I think there's like 4 worlds none of us have said yet. 3 of the OG worlds we haven't said, and we haven't said Halloween Town. I've noticed. So those worlds obviously going to be pretty high. But so yeah, number 9. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so we're gonna... Number 8. So this world obviously may be coming soon. I thought Space Paranoids was gonna be... Like, maybe soon, but I don't know now because Gazing Eye still hasn't said it. But number 8 for me is Pride Lands as well. I adore this world. I especially love the first visit. Not gonna lie, I don't know, how do you guys feel about the second visit? Because I don't love the second visit too much.
I didn't really mind it, but I did enjoy fighting.
Yeah. Oh no, Pride Lands. I'm talking about Pride Lands. That's my number 8.
I thought we were talking about Space Paranoids.
Oh no, yeah, 8, like the second visit I wasn't a fan of, but the first visit I loved. I think we can agree one thing that's just missing from the movie is the charm of the beautiful Pride Lands being colourful. And the most disappointing thing about that world, after you beat Scar, we should have had the world turn back to its beautiful self. Even the map of the world has the Pride Lands as it looks in the movie. The gummy ship map. And the one most disappointing thing to me, I actually think the controls for the line are very good. I'm gonna have to disagree with you completely, Slush. Definitely compared to Atlantic and Kingdom Hearts 1. But the most disappointing thing to me probably is the whole the bland look of the Pride Lands looking so dead, and it fits it because that's when Scar takes over. But after Scar was defeated, we really should have got that lush, beautiful Pride Lands we're waiting for. And we'll go back more into that world once we know where it's placed. But that's number 9. I think it's really hard to place the worlds now because it's all over the place. But okay, so yeah, that's my number 8. So Gazing Eye.
My number 8 would have to be Space Paranoids.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to explain it briefly. It's only because it's nostalgic for me.
Okay.
Because it was the third Disney movie that I actually watched.
Oh, see, I've never watched the original Tron. That's probably one of the only...
It's good. It's honestly pretty good.
And you like how they treated it? Because I don't think it's a bad world, but so yeah, number 8, Space Paranoids for you?
Yep.
Okay. Slush? Oh yeah, we know you're number 8, don't we?
Oh, it was Atlantica.
Yep. Atlantica is better than Olympus and Land of Dragons. Wow, that is just.
It's so fun. Like it's like refreshing. Like,
oh my god.
You gotta do.
So I'm actually confident to say we may be able to rank some of the next worlds, such as Agrabah, Pride Lands, and no, you haven't said Port Royal yet, so I don't maybe
yeah, I said Port Royal. That was my 15.
Yeah, I know, but Gaze, I don't know. I think okay, I think the two we can. Where do we think number 13 would go? Because I'm thinking either Agrabah, Space Paranoids is 13. What are we good to go with? Do you guys want to go with Agrabah or Space Paranoids?
For what?
For 13, for number 13. Agrabah or Space Paranoids? I'm leaning a bit more towards
Space Paranoids.
I'm leaning a bit more towards Space Paranoids because me and Slush have had what was your placement for it, Slush? Mine was 13. I think yours was like 12 or something. Oh no, yours was. I think yours is 13 as well.
Agreed with 13.
Yes. So I think that's a good. Okay, so now that we know number 13, let's talk about Space Paranoids. How about instead of me, how about you go first, Slush? Why it's 13? Like big reasons why.
That level sucks. It's.
Slush, come on, give some good reasons. Give bad and.
Lovely light cycle a chance.
Nah, oh man, thanks for like even reminding me about the bike. The bike is bullshit. Anyway, yeah, no, I don't like the bike is bullshit. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not a fun. You know what I mean? It's not a fun world. It's like you gotta get through it. Tron's cool. The first time you go through it is probably cool, but once you gotta do it over and over, you replay the game.
Oh yeah, I guess we can count that as a fact. Like replayability in the world, you need to have that same. Okay, so Gazing Eye, you go. I'll go last this time. Because I can see the pros of it. Go on. Yep.
So for Space Paranoid, again, it's the nostalgic for me since it was literally one of the first Disney movies that I actually completely watched. So
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
For what it was, it actually followed the movie pretty well forward, minus the Heartless. If you got the Heartless and Sword Island and Goofy, that you have the movie drawn pretty much. They did the very beginning of that world pretty nice, where they're talking to each other and shit, and not gonna spoil that movie for you because you still have to watch it.
Yeah.
It's honestly pretty well forward, even though it might be a live action movie. It's pretty well straightforward.
Yeah. So is that your reason?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just watched this guy's ranking of Kingdom Hearts 2 Worlds, and one thing I want to go off the bat and say what I was really impressed, and I didn't really realize the first is I realized Kingdom Hearts 2, we can agree, kind of has a problem with tying the game, like the worlds, with its it kind of has an issue, in my opinion, tying the worlds with the main story at all. But I realized a really cool thing in Space Paranoids is you actually needed to get Anson's password, and I found that a really cool little thing that ties into the story, and I also think it was pretty cool that Space Paranoids is kind of the world that revealed to you that Radiant Gardens, that was its original name. So I really think Space Paranoids is one of the few worlds that actually links to the story quite a bit. And you know what I mean? Do you guys kind of agree? It also helps you find out Diz's true identity, and I love that. Now, I also really think the second visit, the build-up to the MCP was amazing. Getting to his lair. I definitely think the boss fight is annoying, but I do think it is actually kind of a fun boss fight when I'm not stressing it, doing it on a race, even though it can be quite annoying. So yeah, I definitely think the pros, and it is definitely one of the more standout worlds in this game. Even though it's not one of my favorites, I can agree it's one of the more standout worlds for having the computer digitalized look, which as a kid, honestly, I hated this world for some reason, but I've definitely grown on it quite a bit. The one thing is, I don't actually think the space bike was that interesting, the Tron bike. I think it was quite annoying and just not that fun, and I think we can all agree, raged as a kid. And I also think the boss fight for the first one was very lackluster and disappointing. So I think the ties to the world, like to Hollow Bastion, is really cool, but I just don't think Space Paranoids could get much higher than 13. So yeah, I think that's fair to say, yeah, Space Paranoids is 13. And sorry, Slush, just wondering, did you by any chance say 100 Acre Wood yet, or no? Slush.
Slush?
Oh my god, no. This dude
is down.
I love 100 Acre Wood. That's in my top, bro.
Okay, so I was just wondering, because I was wondering if we're going to place that yet. So I think 13 is fair to say Space Paranoids, right? And then for 12, I think that's fair to go with Agrabah. Because where was Agrabah for all of us? It was 12. What was it for you guys?
Ooh, Agrabah was like 11 or 12, yeah.
And Gazing Eye?
Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was 11.
So I think that's fair to... Would we say Agrabah's better than Pride Lands? I would. Would you, guys? Guys.
Probably.
Is it...
Hey, what?
Is 12 fair for Agrabah? I think so. So,
No, I wouldn't agree with it, but...
Oh, what would you put there instead for like all of us? No, but I'm saying our groups together because it's like 12 for all of us. It doesn't go. So how about Gazing Eye? You go first for Agrabah being this place for you, number 12. Like well, not for you, but like obviously this is number 12 for all of us. Like why it was kind of low on our list. You go first.
One of the main reasons why? One of the main reasons? Okay, so... Shit, I'm trying to think of something for this. Well, goddamn it, I have to think all over Agrabah.
Do you want, I'll go first if you want. So I think visually it looks cool, like better graphically than the original. But here's where the issues start. I think the first visit is very... Do you guys think it's lackluster? I think it's very lackluster in content.
Yeah,
and very forgettable. Very forgettable. But it's for me, I don't know about you, but the second visit I think was quite strong, and I think we got, I don't know, I like new areas and worlds. I love Halloween Town had a new Christmas section, and I love for the second visit we actually, I don't know how you guys feel about the Sand Sweet ruins. What do you guys think of the ruins? I personally like the ruins.
Wait, is that the thing that you fly on the carpet?
Yeah. I think that's, do you like it as well, Slush? I think we can agree. I think we can agree that's the best new added thing to that world, right? It's definitely the most memorable thing from Agrabah this time around, and I think this one the only one that has the better second visit. And I think we can agree. Finally, in Kingdom Hearts 2, we actually got a good Jafar boss fight, and that's one of the things I really liked about this world. The second visit, the story, the stakes were higher, and I really liked the Iago betrayal. I loved when Jafar zapped Iago. Like, I just think the boss fight in the second visit is also much better, but I just think the second visit is way more better, and it stands it out. And if it wasn't for the second visit, this could have been honestly 14th. Before Agrabah, but I think the before Atlantica, but this visit definitely saved it. So that is my reasoning. Gazing Eye, do you want to go now? Your main reason.
Main reason is like pretty much what you said. That beginning part was like very, very. Let's just throw 2 bosses here. You'll be fine. End of world. Second visit was more like pretty much a mixture of the second movie and the first movie. With the Jafar boss battle, it was more of the first movie whenever you think about it, because from how he comes up like rolling his arms around and summoning like little shit around him constantly.
Yeah.
It was kind of a reference to like the first movie scene and everything. And I loved how that entire arc was just in that second visit.
One thing I'll say, it's fine, but Genie was very non-prominent in this game, which was a bit not liked to me. I definitely did love that this is the only world that kind of referenced the second, like straight to DVD movie. I think this is the only Disney world to ever do that, and I always found that quite cool. And I did like Iago in this game, but great, Slush. You want to go on how you feel about Agrabah?
I think that the forgettable boss in the beginning, and all of the annoying things within like the Cave of Wonders and all that bullshit, kind of make it the number that it is. Like, I kind of like don't want to put it where you guys are putting it at 12.
But it makes sense, because we've all said it. Yeah, it does belong there. I think it's definitely not a bad world, we can agree, but it's definitely not one that we're gonna be like, wow, I'm excited to go to Agrabah. So yeah, I think that's fair. Number 12. I don't know if I'd rank Pride Lands yet. Where was the Pride Lands? It was 9 for me. I just don't think we should rank that. I don't know yet, just because I want to know what Gazing Eye's Port Royal is, because yours is 15.
8 for you.
It was 8 for me and 15 for... So I think that it's either Port Royal or Pride Lands next. But, so we'll just keep going. So number 7 for me is Beast Castle. So I have to really actually... which one of you said Beast Castles? Oh, Gazing Eye. I'm gonna have to really disagree with Gazing Eye. Yes, I agree this world kind of is hallways, but it suits this world because it's castles. And I think you didn't really give the first visit enough credit. I found it really cool how Beast is like not in the best mood. You get knocked out, you have to go to Belle, then you have to release his prisoners, then with that war drum attacking you, even though and then you have to do that stupid little mini game, which is shit, but then you have to get Beast out of his senses. Oh no, you have to fight the door. I forgot, you have to fight the door guarding them. Then you have to fight Beast, which was a very cool turn, and then you have to save Belle from the ballroom fight, which was honestly one of the best heartless fights, actually, in my opinion, in the series. Then the second visit, I really loved the Zeldin boss fight, but that's all I'm going to go on for now. I don't want to go too much on because we don't know where this world is, but yeah, that's number 7 for me, Beast Castle. So Gazing Eye, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is Port Royal.
Okay.
Just gonna get it out of the way, but one of the main reasons why it's number 7 is because they tried their best to make it look like the movie, and they actually followed a little bit of the lore and the story and from the first movie.
Yeah.
Which I loved. I loved that. Also, it was the first. This is like the first game to ever include blood in it, all because of Pirates of the Caribbean.
True. Yeah, I did.
Medallions, which I found very interesting, and I really love the Japanese version of this world because it follows the movie a lot more.
Yeah. What's your negatives?
My negatives would have to be... okay. It would honestly have to be first and second visit for... Okay, so second visit for just the Grim Reaper type of thing, and how it, like, steals your coins, and it's bullshit. It's just bullshit. For first visit, I would have to say... that little part where you have to take a medallion and hold on to it, and the freaking pirates are coming out, and then they hit you, they take the medallion.
The pirates are definitely annoying, but they're an interesting enemy type. So yeah, number 7, yeah, okay. So, and number 7 for you, Slush?
Number 7 is... Oh, shoot. Did we say... I think I said Olympus, right? If I didn't, then that's what it's gonna be.
What? You said Olympus is 10!
Yeah, okay, then I thought I said Olympus.
Okay, number 7.
It's tough. Then, you know, Beast Castle, then.
Oh, okay, honestly. Similar to me, yeah. It's a good world, right? It is, yeah, that's fair. So...
I mean, I did like the boss fight.
Yeah, that's what you were saying, though. Like, you were saying, like, Zaldan's boss fight is epic. It really boosts that shit.
Yeah. So, 14 was Beast Castle for you, wasn't it, Gazing Eye? Gee. No, it wasn't 14. No.
It was... 15.
Oh, no, it was... No. Oh, okay, so, so I think we can decide what 11 is. So, should we go with Port Royal or Pride Lands? What are we leaning towards? Because Port Royal's 15 for Slush, but it was like, it was 9 for me, and then it was 7 for Gazing Eye, and then Pride Lands was more in the middle for of us. It was 9 for me, it was 14, was it 14 for you, Slush?
What, Pride Lands?
Yeah, it was 9 for me, it was 14 for Slush. And what was it for you, Gazing Eye? I think it was 8 or 9?
Fright Lands. It was 9 for me.
So what are we more leaning towards? I think Port Royal, because Slush had it at 15. Do you guys think it kind of gets? I think it's gonna go at 11. So Slush, I would actually like you, because you have a lot of feelings about this world. Me and Genzing, I probably want to hear. I want to know your reasoning for this world being 11. So go ahead, go. Tell us a bit. Port Royal, because that's number 11. Just tell us a bit positive, like the few positives you have, and then tell us why you don't like this world.
Alright. Here's the weird thing about this world.
Okay.
The whole light and dark, where they're in and out and turn into skeletons with magic that can hit them, you know what I'm saying? When they go in and out of light, they're vulnerable. It's a cool mechanic, but it pisses me off. I hate running around on the ship on the little map. The thing, you know how people always complain that like Sora looks out of place? That doesn't bother me at all, but
yeah,
this is bullshit level. I don't know, you gotta like collect coins and fight like stupid gimmicky bosses. You have to fight the pirates that are in and out of the damn light, and it makes it very tedious.
Any pros? Do you like Elizabeth?
Pros? The pros are Elizabeth's cool, yeah, like yeah, no, it's okay, but it's definitely...
Any more pros?
No, there's no pros to it, really.
The music, the battle music, come on, come on.
Yeah, it's good. I like that though.
So, but you in general, you're not a fan of this world at all? Because I know this world gets... Okay, Gazing Eye, which I usually go first and usually talk about everything, so I'd want to go your pros again, just to retread over Pirates, why it's... Actually, we like it. So you tell me why it's you like it, because I like it too.
Again, with my pros with it is mainly because it was their actual first attempt to try to make a live-action movie look like a live-action movie, and the way that they were doing it in 2005. Also,
yeah, I think it's quite impressive.
It's uncensored in the Japanese version from how it follows the movie a lot more. They brought blood into that world, and pretty much it's. But the cons of it is just medallions.
Okay, so I'll go into I think Jack delivery is quite bad. Like his voice, it's not. It doesn't bother me enough, but it is a bit weird. I think, especially for some reason, not so much Sora and Goofy and Donald, but it was always weird seeing Pete with Barbossa. It just did not fit. It felt very odd. One thing I'm gonna give this above there's two things I'm gonna give above this than Pirates in 2 and 3, because I think we can agree Pirates is better in Kingdom Hearts 3. I think we can agree on that. The two things is the battle music and the enemies. I liked that we fought pirates. I was very upset that in 3 we never fought the Dutchman's pirates. That was always very disappointing to me. So now the pros, the battle music again. I think the Barbossa fight is cool. The Grim Reaper is annoying, but it is unique. But yeah, for the most part, it is quite annoying. I love how the first visit... I don't like how the first visit... Obviously, it takes so much away from the original movie. Like, it's the biggest change. Like, they had to scrap so much because, you know, they wanted to keep it short. I did... It's just like, I can see there's a lot of issues, but I think the fighting and just how it was done wasn't too bad. I did love the second visit that Luxord got involved. That's the only time it was semi-interesting in Kingdom Hearts 2. And I love that your bomb gets destroyed and you explore the shipwreck. I always found that quite cool. As a kid, I always found the biggest problem the pirate enemies, but honestly my favorite thing, and the reason I do like this one, is I did like the dark atmosphere, and I do like the pirate enemies and the boss. So yeah, 11 is gonna go to Port Royal, and I think we're good to go to the next world. Do we think Pride Lands is 10?
Yeah, I'm
starting to think, because we got Timeless River, which I would put... Slush hasn't said it yet, so I wouldn't put that next. So I think that's fair to say Pride Lands is 10. So who wants to talk about Pride Lands first?
Well, my Pride Lands is higher than 10. It's not like a higher, like, you know, 13 or whatever. So I don't really like Pride Lands that much.
Yeah, we'll go on you, Slush, first. Why is it 10 for you?
It's not 10 for me.
No, Slush!
But
it's our group decision. That's why it's 10.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, exactly. So explain. I'm not saying... Obviously, I know it's not your 10, but overall, in our opinions, that would be around 10. So why is Pride Lands 10 for you? Give a bit of pros and then cons.
I don't like running around as a lion. It kind of feels restricted. I can't use my drives. I don't like fighting Scar. Okay. Really? Yeah, I mean, Scar is kind of boring to fight.
What? No, you're not gonna do that. Scar's one of the best Disney fights in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I think Gazing Eye, you can back me up on that, right?
Yes,
definitely. That is bullshit.
No,
I can't wait until we get into Kingdom Hearts bosses.
I don't want you to think that he's not a great fight. He is.
Well, you just said he's boring. That's why I got defensive.
But I don't know. It's just something about him that I don't think he's as good as people think. Obviously, obviously it's cool to fight Scar. You know what I mean? It's memorable and everything. But I don't know.
What about your pros?
The pros are, the atmosphere, like it looks cool. Sora looks cool, and you know you can use any keyblades. It's a lot more customizable than I originally mean. You know, you can do a lot of your combos and shit.
What do you think of how they actually did the Lion King movie? You think they did it good?
The remake? Or
No, how they did it in Kingdom Hearts. How they did Lion King.
No, I don't think they did it like that well. It kind of felt empty, bare bones.
That's fair.
Yeah,
So are you done with your point? Okay, so the reason it was 9 for me, and I think it deserves the 10th in our group rating. Okay, I'll go with the pros first, because I do have more pros. The jungle area was always fun to explore. One of my favorite things is I love, the start of this world ever, when you first just seen the iconic Mufasa death, was such a good start. But one thing, I don't know if you agree, I think the first half of the original Lion King was better than the second half. What do you think of the movie? And what do you guys think? And the thing is, we're going into Pride Lands on the second half of the movie when Simba's all grown and going to Scar, and that's why I feel like it didn't feel the magical as it did the movie. Obviously I never thought it was going to get to that movie standard, but that's the thing. Another thing is, I feel like for the most part, the music for each world is amazing, and I just thought for Pride Land, Lion King being a world so known for its music, I honestly did expect a bit better music. I don't know about you, but it just felt like an off-brand Deep Jungle, like a similar Deep Jungle sound. And I know they're both jungle worlds, but do you guys kind of agree? It sounded like a less cool Deep Jungle, and the music for this world is definitely one of the lesser interest. Like for Lion King, I just expected better music for the world, and I think music makes up a bit. What do you guys think of that? The music, I think the music was quite disappointing for this world. Pros though, like a lot of pros. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go, guys. You can intervene. With the
it should have, like, for the music, it should have been Skull of Life.
Yes,
to be the king.
Exactly. I think that was. It's just a shame because Lion King is so known for its music that the fact that the music was quite, honestly, it fits it, but it's quite barren and boring for Lion King. That yeah. The pros, I think. Oh yeah, go. Sorry.
For like, I would have to say, like, whenever you transition from, like, to, like, Elephant Graveyard, it should be, like, an instrumental of Be Prepared and everything.
Yes, I definitely agree.
And, like, it would have, like, different themes per area.
I don't know if you agree, but one thing I think we can agree, I know you're not the biggest fan of the gameplay, but I think they actually did the combat for the Lion Sword so much better than they did for Transformation of Atlantica. What do you think? I actually think the combat is quite good for its world. And I understand why you don't have drive forms, because you're Lion Sword and they didn't want all that effort. One more nitpick is definitely the jungle is definitely my favorite area to go to, and like this area, but definitely it definitely just falls down in the sense of, you know, like, it's quite barren and empty looking. So yeah, that's why it's number 10. And I will say, the Scar boss fight and the hyenas fighting was always really fun to me though, so yeah. So that's why it's number 10. And Gazing Eye, you?
Yeah, number 10.
So,
Alright.
do you have to go now, Slush, or...?
Yeah, I gotta go now.
Could you tell us, by any chance, the rest of your rankings so me and Gazing Eye can do it together? Like, just tell us quickly your 6 to 1. Go to 6 to 1 quickly.
6 to 1, you want me to tell you for real?
Just quickly, just go quickly, because you gotta... Don't you have to go? How long do you have?
Yeah, I mean, I have to go with, like, yeah, but not, like, super fast. Alright, so my
how much time do you have?
Like 2 minutes.
Okay, well, yeah, just tell us your 6 to 1, and then me and Gazing Eye can finish this video and, like, figure out where we'd have the others. Okay.
Alright, sweet. Alright, so, my number 6 would have to be Radiant Garden.
Oh, okay.
Number 5, Twilight Town.
Okay.
Number 4, 100 Acre Wood.
Okay.
I love that world.
Okay.
3. Oh wow, yeah, I didn't. Oh my god, I where to put that. Number 3, Timeless River. I do love that world though.
Damn. Okay.
I think I really want to switch that though. But anyway, number 2, Halloween Town.
Okay. And one is the world that never. That's fair. The world that never was.
Yeah.
So do you want to switch Timeless River with?
That's all it matters.
100 Acre Wood.
Number 1 is the world.
Okay.
Sorry, what's up?
Okay, so that's your ranking. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and remember that and intervene where we do it now. So what was your number 2, sorry?
My number 2, Halloween Town.
Okay. And then 100 Acre Wood was
number
4th.
Number 3, I don't know, like, cause number 3, I don't really agree with it anymore. Timeless River.
Okay, well we're just going to keep it like that, okay? Okay, so we'll see you then, and then you can watch our video, and so unfortunately Slush has to go now. But so Gazing Eye, what is your number? Okay, my number 6 is Twilight Town. So what's your number 6?
My number 6 is Radiant Garden.
Good choice.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess I'm different. Okay. Okay. Okay, my number 5 is Halloween Town. What's yours?
Olympus.
Okay. My number 4 is Olympus. What's yours?
Twilight Town.
Okay. My number 3 is Land of Dragons. What's yours?
Land of Dragons.
Woo! Okay. My number 2 is The World That Never Was. Your number 2?
Mine is Halloween Town.
Oh, okay. And then my number 1 is Radiant Garden.
My number 1 is The World That Never Was.
Well, I have a feeling I know what the winner is, but so what would number 9 be then? It wouldn't be any of those top 6. So we have Beast Castle, 100 Acre Wood, or Timeless River. What was your number? Where was Timeless River?
Timeless River was 14.
I think your 14 plus my 10 has to put Timeless River at a 9, right? That's fair.
Yeah.
And I know Slush is his 3rd, and we can't unfortunately hear his reason, but I want to go with your reason first why Timeless River is 9. Because I mean, 14 for you, but yeah, I want to know your...
The pros of the world is that, like, it goes back to the point to where it references Steamboat Willie, and I love that. I love how it references, like, old Disney cartoons and everything. I love the sound of it. But, like, the story's okay. The story's okay. You got to see some old characters. But, the cons, I just didn't like the whole aspect of, you're the imposter with Pete's and everything, and they had to fight each other, and then you had to fight with them, and then it was like a giant loop, like, with Pete's, like, Timeless River Pete. Like, he would constantly, like, slap the ground, like, land on the ground, and it would hurt you. You fucked up once on normal one run.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to... One thing, I don't think that's a big reason, but I wouldn't want to use a level 1 as a reason for the ranking.
Yeah,
this is more... Yeah.
Definitely.
Because it's... Yeah, okay. Okay. But you still appreciate it. I will just... for the most part, I think Slushes were definitely more shocked on the landscape, but I will say the one word I was shocked for you was, I think 14 is a bit low. And that's your opinion, I'm not going here, I just think Timeless River deserves more than 14. That's the only one I was a bit shocked. I think the other one was, where was Beast Castle again? That was,
Beast Castle was at 12. Okay.
Yeah. So that was quite shocking to me, but, I want to go with my reasons. I think I really did say it before. I actually love the outfits. I love the OG John and Goofy. I think they did it perfectly. Absolutely perfect. I love the rooms. I love the boss. I have to disagree. I love the cutscenes. I love the good Pete in the past. I think the story was cool. I'm happy that after this world, Pete was kind of done. Like, this was kind of honestly, after this world, Pete's arc was really kind of done in this game. Like, after this world, he was kind of just meddling around. You never really fought him again in the story. Like, he did. After this, I don't think I really took Pete seriously anymore. But, I really just love this world for being, like, Pete's, like, main villain role in this world. I love what they did. The only reason it honestly doesn't go higher, even though it's an easy boss, I do love the whole, fighting the, what's it called? Fighting the whole Pete on the steamboat. I also do love the rooms. Like, I love especially the one where you're big and the one where, you know, the fire's burning, and even the construction site. Fun fact, as a kid, for some reason, construction site was like so hard to me. I died so many times in that stuff. I don't know why, but as a kid, I literally could do the other ones, but I could never. Oh, and what's it called? The freaking cars were a bully as a kid. Now I've learned them, so it's not too bad, but I have to disagree. I would put it a bit high. I like where it is at 9th in general for all our opinions, but in general, like for me, I would never put it at 14. But I just think the only reason I wouldn't put it higher than my actual ranking for it at 10 is because we didn't go back to it more than once, and that's why Timeless River is number 10 for me and 9 on this ranking. So yeah, I think we've said everything. Also, a funny thing I just want to tell you, I actually entered the Lingering Will boss fight while I was talking about it, because I meant to enter the Timeless River, but I entered Lingering Will. So yeah, that's number 9.
You see,
yeah.
You see, Timeless River is the real Lingering Will.
Yeah. So number 9 is Timeless River. So now that we know the rest, so definitely not any of the OG worlds, not Halloween Town or Land of Dragons yet. I think it's a debate between, because our Olympus was both number 4, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, our Land of Dragons was, no, our Land of Dragons was 3, and what was your, sorry, what was...
Number 4 was Twilight Tower.
Oh, well, our Olympus was 5th. Okay, so I'm starting to lean towards either number 8 is Beast Castle or 100 Acre Wood. And I know you... See, me and Slush both had 100 Beast Castle at 7. But you had it at 13, and we both had it at 7. And then 100 Acre Wood,
I had it at 12.
Okay. What'd you have 100 Acre Wood though? I had it at 11, and you had it at
10.
The only reason I feel like maybe 100 Acre Wood is I would personally put 100 Acre Wood lower than Beast Castle, but it's the fact that for Slush it was 4. So technically by points, Beast Castle is next, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that, but I'm gonna go. Well, okay, so I would not put 100 Acre Wood above that, but it's all of our opinions together. So number 8 is Beast Castle. I know you had nitpicks, but I'll go first. I think the first visit is strong. I really like this world. I wouldn't go, you know, Grey Will's my friend thinks this is the best world in the game. I would not go that far, but I do think it's one of the best Disney worlds in this game. I love seeing Beast again, even though Beast is kind of a dick most of the time in this world. I don't mind, but it was a bit weird the name being called Beast Castle. Like, the world is only Beast Castle. Like, the world is France. Like, you know, I was a bit upset we never got to go to the forest, but I do, like, you know how Kingdom Hearts 2 is known for the hallways. I know this is a perfect example, but I think it fits because it is a castle. I love the boss. I really think this world has some of the best boss fights. Like, can we just talk about how this first visit has 4 boss fights in it? More boss fights than any Kingdom Hearts 3 world has in a Disney world, and it's way bigger world. So I really love that we got, like, I really love the first visit, and honestly, the second visit is iconic because of Zeldan. I do think there's not much that interesting other than fighting Zeldan, because in the second visit, there's not much you do other than just get to Zeldan. You basically just run to the Beast Castle and then fight Zeldan. But the Zeldan really does make up for that, like, the second visit, so I really do love it. I just think Beast Castle does it does the design of the castle from the movie just well. I love the creepy little, it kind of gives me like the spooky mansion theme level, and it kind of is like that, and I really love Beast Castle. I don't have any nitpicks other than maybe I like the story. I think it was one of the more involved stories, Zeldin being the main. Zeldin was also, I think, the only organization member to die in a Disney World, which I found really cool. The boss fight was awesome. I think there's not much bad I can say. From this point on, from 8, I feel like the 8, or maybe not 100 quid, but from my ranking, my 8 and onwards, I really just have positive things to say. I just think I like the other ones better, and, what's a negative? The minigame. Probably the minigame is the biggest negative, but for the most part, this game is pros. Probably one of the smaller worlds, but yeah, in general, I did really like this world. So yeah, that's my reasoning. So, your turn. My Beast Castle was 13 for you, yeah.
My reasoning was, it was a good world overall, but I didn't really like how they made Beast's arc to where he was, upset and everything, very depressed, and
I think that was fair though, because of the roads. He did have a reason. Yeah. So in a way, yeah.
But I didn't like how they put him through that stuff, because in Kingdom Hearts 1, whenever you look back at it, he was taken away from his home and everything. And
oh no, he wasn't taken away. He left. He escaped it because the world was destroyed. Remember?
Oh. Well,
yeah.
Well, technically that is destroyed, but, from how he's, trying to search the bell, the person that he loves, and then, he's being tormented by freaking everything, a Heartless, that shows the image of Belle just vanishing right in front of him, and then he freaks out. Then he finds Belle and he's all happy again. You would expect for him to be all happy once when the world came back, and he would have been fine. Everything would have been okay.
We can also talk about how awesome Belle was in this game. I will say that Belle was amazing.
Definitely.
What she did to Zeldin,
she was badass.
She was a bad. Yeah. So there must be a few more things other than that must have been your biggest nitpick, but there must have been other reasons, because I don't think the cutscenes for Beast would have been only 13.
Yeah. The minigame would have to be the worst thing that really took me out of it. I didn't really like the wardrobe either.
I found that quite fun. I will say that we don't really talk about this, but I do think this has one of the best themed Heartless. I really love the gargoyles and the statues. It just not so much the dragoons. Ugh. But I love the gargoyles, and that they were quite amazing. Also, Cogsworth is awesome in this world. Also, you may have a bit of PTSD from I will do a bit of. I think you can agree. One, because you don't like the boss. The second phase of the first world, that Heartless. It is awesome. The setting is awesome, but my little nitpick is it is a bit. It feels like the only way to really be good at that fight is by spamming limit. Do you know what I mean? Because his moves are crazy. I think he could have gone with another health bar to make him more hard, but unfortunately we never got that. But anything else to say? I think overall it is a decent world. I think I will actually those are the two words. I think your Beast Castle and Timeless River were a bit too brutal. Number 13, but so yeah, number 8. Wait, is this number 9 or number 8? Number 8. So number 8 is Beast Castle. So I agree with that. I would probably put it number 7, but I did kind of lose in the department of 100 Acre Wood. I guess it is technically 7 because you like it better and Slush likes it better than Beast Castle. So let's talk about 100 Acre Wood. First off, did you like it better than in the first game?
Yes, definitely.
I'm pretty equal because I feel like it didn't have as much charm exploring because not being able to go in the house was a bit disappointing to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I'll guess I'll go first. Definitely the cast is way better. Every character finally having a voice actor was amazing, because not many Disney ones, but I feel like one thing Kingdom Hearts 1 had an issue with, especially with 100 Acre Wood, is there were not many voice actors. I think Piglet, Tigger, and Pooh were the only voice actors. We got everyone in this game. We also got Kanga and Gopher, and I must admit, this game definitely is the best in the 100 Acre Wood series for minigames. The one with Piglet, definitely the one in Rabbit's house. You know, the freaking treasure, like that mini game. I'm gonna play it right now on my stream. Like that one is like, you can agree, such an amazing game. Honeypot Slider. That game, that mini game is just amazing going off the book. That in itself deserves not like to be like its own like category to just talk about. I also really enjoy the story more. I will admit, like, in the first game it was kind of just like, oh, let's just fuck around. Oh, I swore. But in the second game it was more just like, oh, let's we gotta like help Prue's memory, and it was obviously really frustrating how like Prue just couldn't remember Prue for the Sora for the life of him. But it was satisfying at the end when we finally got him. Even though the cave area, I agree, is like annoying minigame, I just like the different atmosphere in the Prue. It felt like dangerous for once, even though I agree that minigame is quite insufferable. And I think the only unfortunate thing, I think the last two minigames were actually quite disappointing compared to the ones all before that were very fun, to be honest, including the Tigger one as well. I like that one as well. But that is my reason. I think there's not too much. I don't think it should be 7 in our group ranking, but it kind of has got that high because of Slush. So yeah, number 7 is, for me, yeah, it is gonna have to go to 100 Acre Wood. So, well, not going to me, like that is the placement. So you want to explain your reason now? Your reason and why you like it so much?
Oh boy, for Pooh's World. Oh boy. Well, I love the minigames except for one, which is just that cave one. I love every single one
especially the Honeypot side. That one is like amazing. Yes, it's like one of the best mini games in the series, probably. But yeah.
Yes. Like I like the story and everything from how whenever Sora goes in there for the first time, he's like, "Oh hi."
Oh Phil. Yeah, I forgot, and it was so scary. Did that not scare you as a kid? It's scary, like, and then just blast away.
I thought my PS2 froze for a second, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
and
that was scary.
Sora move, and I was like, oh, okay. Then, like, it, like, affected, like, from the book world into the real world for Sora. Because a Heartless grabbed it, like, straight up, like, took it, and, like, ripped it halfway.
Literally.
And then it just makes everybody lose their... No, it just made Pooh lose his memory.
Yeah.
It was Chain of Memories for Pooh, pretty much.
Yeah, basically. That's what I never thought of that way.
He went up to the 13th floor very quickly.
Yeah, very quickly. That's actually true, to be honest.
And as for, like, the cons of it, it's mainly just from how they did that entire Find Food minigame, which really didn't make any sense. You would expect for them to, like, have, like, a minigame to where, like, you're trying to figure out why he lost his memory and you're trying to fix it, make him remember things. But no, it's like, oh shit, we have to find him. Then all at once he's like, oh hi Sora, wait, you remember now? It's like, yeah. It's like, but in reality, he was actually just horrific.
Yeah. But you just enjoyed it more than the first game by minigames. Do you agree that the exploring was a bit fun in the original? Especially the Tigger. I definitely like the new areas. I think they could have maybe used a bit less, but then when you compare what they used here then to Kingdom Hearts 3, it doesn't even matter because worst world, Disney World, honestly. But I actually, that is my least favorite Disney World. It's just a shame how bad 3's was. But so yeah, that's 7. That's 7 for 100 Acre Wood. Now I feel like you can agree this is where it starts to get difficult. Because so what was your? We need to, let's just retread with our number 6. What was my number 6? My number 6 was a Twilight Town, but I know yours isn't. Oh, yours is Hollow Bastion, isn't it?
Yep. Wait.
So yours, okay, so my number 6 was oh yeah, my number 6 was Twilight Town, but number 5 was Halloween Town, but I know that's definitely not next. Your number...
My number 6 was Radiant Garden.
Yeah, Radiant Garden, and then number 5 was Olympus.
Yep.
So my number 4 was Olympus, and my number 1 is Radiant Garden, so I kind of doubt that's gonna be next. You disagree with that quite a bit, or?
No, I laughed.
Oh, okay. Obviously, I'm sad because I doubt Radiant Garden's coming number. I think because Slushes is definitely the most controversial list, but Slushes was number 10, I think, for Olympus, wasn't it? And 9 for Land of Dragons. So I think number 6 is going to have to go to Olympus, which I think is actually quite fair. So. Yeah. Would you have more pros or cons? I think really now these worlds, I think we can agree there's barely any cons. I think we can agree. Like, can we just talk about how amazing Olympus's first visit really is? Like, it is definitely the longest. It is annoying in level 1 runs, especially Hades run, but do you want to, we'll go tip to toe, I'll say it and then you say it. So we go to Meg, then we get to Hades, and then go. Then we have we see Orin get summoned.
We see him get summoned from the depths of Hiffle, and then
we have that. Yeah.
Yeah, we just have a race with Hades.
And then after we escape Hades, it's my turn. After Cerberus. And then after we fight Cerberus, we do a bit of training. And have a nice training. And then Phil gets knocked out by frickin' Demix, and then we have to chase Demix to the maze. Then we fight a little Demix fight and have our first organization new face introduction. Then we fight frickin' Pete. Yeah, you go.
Well, technically we fought Heartless and Pete whilst protecting Meg, which was a pain in the ass. Then we ourselves got a fight of our lifetimes, which we fought freaking Hydra.
And we get on the Hydra's back. I mean, so iconic. And honestly, I know, like my friend Grey Wolves, like, as you as well, I think a lot of people, you didn't think, well, the first time you ever played Kingdom Hearts 2, you didn't notice the second visits. So it's quite a sad and depressing ending, just the Colosseum. I really do think people died, by the way, in the Colosseum. A lot of people. From Hades, and it's a sad ending. I actually do have a bit of a nitpick, I think. Also, okay, so the cups, plus this world has cups, so it has one of the most content of any world. The cups, I think we can agree, not as good as Kingdom Hearts 1, but I'm kind of low-key happy they're not as good, because imagine a world with cups plus a storyline was better than a world that was just focused on cups, you know what I mean? It would be a bit actually embarrassing, but I always just, by the way, I'm here right now with Hades, I always found it weird that you you thought you beat Hades, and then he's just chilling here like, hey, you want to do the Hades Cup? By the way, the Hades Cup in itself is iconic, but I think you may agree, there's actually a nitpick. The second visit doesn't compare whatsoever to the first visit. That's actually probably, what do you think? Do you agree, or do you, like, don't get me wrong, the second visit is definitely not disappointing, but it's just get the voodoo doll, get it, throw it at Orin, beat Hades' ass, and it was kind of an easy Hades fight. It was good for what it was, and it was definitely a happy ending. I'm happy we did get a happy ending for Hercules, and we and yes, when we saw our names in stars, that was just
it wasn't names, it was just our
just but Phil was like shocked. That was another like amazing moment. I actually love that. I just think the second visit, unfortunately, it doesn't compare to the first visit, since the first visit is just amazing. The second visit is good, but it's just hard to compare it when the first visit is just so extraordinarily good. And obviously, I think one thing I love about Olympus is, have you watched the Hercules movie?
I have not.
So a cool thing is, honestly, like, in the Hercules movie, the underworld screen time actually in the underworld was probably about like 4 to 5 minutes. It wasn't a big area used we definitely saw it a few times, but you know what I mean, it definitely wasn't an area that was used so much. So I found it so, honestly, so cool and unique that Kingdom Hearts 2 had a whole world based around the underworld. I love how each game it's just so different, but yeah, I really love that. Like, I loved how used it was in the underworld, and now I think about it, Kingdom Hearts 1 is really the only game out of the main 3 titles to really use the Olympus Coliseum, because I mean 2 it was used a bit and then it got fucking obliterated by the Hydra. But everything from the little maze, the little souls running around, you know, you can just hit those little souls and get MP from it for some reason. I actually think that's kind of dark, because I think we're actually killing souls. It's just Dark Souls. It's literally Dark Souls.
We're killing the people that were killed by Hades. Like, we're re-killing them because he takes their souls and they're turning into Heartless and everything. So, think about it very hard. That's why the seats are empty. We're actually killing people that are the Heartless and the souls.
Exactly. But I think, as you can agree, I think that's actually a quite fair... I think it's quite fair to put this world at number 6. Do you want to add to anything, or... Did I just anything? Yeah, I think we kind of worked together on this one. I think the cups also, they are fun. Just, it wouldn't compare. I also do like that you get a few Keyblades. You get the Hero's Crest, you get Orange Keyblade, and you get that cool Dragon Keyblade. I can't remember the name, but wait, let me look at that name.
The one that used Berserk.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it. But that Keyblade is so, like, I just love that as well. But the Fatal Crest. But yeah, this world just has a lot of content to it, and I think it's just definitely, I don't know about you, but I think we can agree the best first Disney visit. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, the second visit doesn't put it, I couldn't put it any higher. I mean, I did have this at number 4, to be fair, and you had it at number, I think it's just, Slush is number 10, which is, I think we can agree, is definitely not fair. Puts it down quite a bit. So is this number 6? Yeah, number 6 goes to Olympus. So now we're really in the top 5, and, where was your Twilight Town again?
My Twilight Town was number 4.
Okay, so mine was number 6, and Slush's was like number, what was Slush's? Slush's was number 5, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
So honestly, I think the Twilight Town would go a bit, I know you're gonna be like, what? Would be a bit lower than Radiant Garden, only because mine's number 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I know we love this one, but I think it... Do you think, what's next? I think it's either Twilight Town or Land of Dragons. I'm starting to think Land of Dragons is next because of Slush. Do you think so?
I had it at 2.
We had it at 3, didn't we? We both had it at 3, didn't we?
I think you had yours at... Yeah, you had yours at 3 as well.
And you had yours at 3. So we both had it at 3, but Slush had it at 9, which would kind of put it... And Twilight Town was 6, 5, and 4. So I think unfortunately, even though we would put Land of Dragons a bit higher, I think that's actually quite fair placement, but I do think number 5 is gonna have to go to Land of Dragons. Definitely the second, my favorite Disney World, but I know it's your second favorite, but definitely one of the best Disney Worlds, and definitely I mean, Olympus in 3 does get a run for his money, but 3's well, they're both really good. You know, definitely one of the best first Disney Worlds, right? Like, what an introduction. How about you go first for this one on Land of Dragons? What you think of it and why it's so high for both of us? Number 3, and you know it's number 5. Yeah.
Why I would have to say that it's so high for us is mainly because from how they brought in, like, at the very, like, from the very beginning, we're like,
yes,
like 20 minutes into the movie and everything.
Yes, I love it.
Doing the training with Mulan, so-called King, and everything.
And Mushu recognizing Sora was amazing. I love that little touch. Yes, but yeah, keep going, Sora. I just want to say that. Yeah.
And we got to climb our way up the mountain and everything.
Yes.
And we fought the friggin' Heartless in that one. That'll have to go into the cons part of it because that fight was bullshit and we know it.
Yeah.
I love the speedster Heartless.
Yeah. Oh, you mean nobody?
No, the Heartless that are.
What are they?
Floating.
Oh, I hate them, but I love them, but I actually hate them. Oh, yes, the Centaur is obviously one of the coolest themes to a world ever. Yes, they give us pain, but goddamn, they're amazing. I will say that I did love their color better than the original Kingdom Hearts 2. I'd like it better than the final mixed color. But, you have a bit more to say, don't you? The cutscenes, I think it is definitely just the cutscene where they're fighting just makes it one of the funniest Disney Worlds. Also the Shan Yu boss fight, can we agree, is amazing.
Yes.
So what else would you like to say?
Sword collisions.
You go first. Just finish your pros. Is that the only con you have?
Yeah. The only con that I have would have to be like some of the training missions, from how like some of the Heartless will like glitch on one of them and stay missing for a while, and you have to like destroy shit in order to find them, and then the time runs out and everything. So it's like that would have to be the only cons.
And the more pros? Do you want to talk about the second visit as well? And then I'll go about the
second visit pros is that I like the fact how you meet Riku for like a split second.
I love that.
Then you fight him.
Can I be honest? As a kid, I didn't actually think it was Riku. I thought it was Zigbar the whole time. But now I obviously see he's using the weapon. Yeah.
Also, I like the fact how whenever you run into Zigbar and he goes like Riku, and he takes off his and it's like, never heard of him.
Yeah. That was awesome. So is that you're done with your reasoning?
Yep, I'm done.
So it is definitely my favorite, and you can see how it is the favorite of mine. I mean, I know Halloween Towns is your favorite, but it is definitely my favorite Disney World in this game. I've come to realize that, like, I can't help it. I know some people think it's a bit plain, but I really think you can agree. I think the first visit, I think you can agree, is a bit stronger, but not by much. The second visit's really awesome as well. I think they really did the Mulan movie justice, like, everything. Like, I don't know. The whole, I hate it, but sometimes I love it. Like, Ping being so bad at the start, but then becoming such a cool, good party member with her limit with Mushu. All the voice acting was great. The cutscenes, the training, the dialogue, then going up the mountain, then going in the cave, it being destroyed by Shan Yu, yeah. And I actually only have one con for this movie. One con. And I think when you hear it, you're going to be like, oh, that's fair. So did you watch the movie?
Yes, I have.
I think we can agree, a con I think you missed is, I know it would have been hard, but they could have used the Centaur Heartless for the scene. The most disappointing thing from this to the movie is, in the movie, the avalanche scene was one of the most awesome things to ever happen in the game. And don't get me wrong, the avalanche falling was fine, but we can agree the whole bug, like, Bee Heartless being the main, like, the things running down with Shan Yu made it so lame. Yeah. I think we can agree.
They could have done 2D soldiers.
They could have done the soul, like, or the centaurs. They didn't even have to have 1,000 centaurs. They could have just had 20, and I would have been more happy with that. You know what I mean? Than the Bee Heartless. Like, that just really, I'm unfortunately was very disappointing to me. But other than that, I really love the world. I loved then fighting Shan Yu, which was honestly amazing boss fight. It really is a really strong. It kind of is like, you can agree, like your first proper boss fight into Sora's journey. I think it is Sora's first boss fight, actually. Yeah, it is. For playing as Sora, it's his first boss fight in the journey, and first visit, I would really give it like a 9.8 out of 10. I just think it's so solid. The music as well. The music just fits so well. The battle music, it just fits the world so well. Like, it's one of the bigger worlds. I also love the second visit. Like, not as much, but I love Zingbar's introduction. I love the Riku. The dragon fight, yet annoying, is quite fun and interesting. I also think you can tell Sora it's definitely one of, you know when you can feel Sora loves the world? I feel like this, along with Pirates, were some of Sora's favorite worlds. I don't know if you agree, because it was very noticing when he like started like crying towards the end of this world. Did he cry? I think he did. Oh no, he may have not. Did he cry?
I'm pretty sure he didn't.
Oh, he got really sad. Really sad before he left it. He's like, "Are we gonna see you again?" Which showed that he really enjoyed this world. And I love the opening new area. I love how second visits always open new areas, and I love how in the second visit you got to go to the Emperor's palace, and the amount of chests you get from Genji's shield to the Torn page. Jesus, it really makes you feel like you got like such good rewards here. But yeah, just a really solid world, and it definitely is my favorite Disney world. And it's number 3 and number 3 both in our listing, but I think Slush's number 9 would have to put this at number 5. So I think we've said the best things about Land of Dragons. I mean, Mushi's amazing. Maybe the only other con is Mushi not talking on the second visit at all, which was very... I don't know if you noticed that. Did you notice that? I found that very... You never knew that? Yeah, it was very odd, to be honest, but... For the most part, like, just such a good world. And we're almost done with our list, but Jesus, it's been a long... Okay, so number 4, what would we say? I think, even though you guys both said 6, I think my 1 would just put Radiant Garden at 3rd. So I think number 4 is, gonna have to go to Twilight Town.
Yeah,
I mean... Where do we start? You want to go? You go first. What you just? Oh,
where do we start?
There's a lot. There's a lot.
It starts off at the very beginning of the game. Where
yeah.
He's having memories of Sora and everything, and then he wakes up confused as hell and everything. Then we get to the point to where he meets Axel for the first time, and he's like saying that, "Look, you're in a digital world, man. Come back to the organization. We can have ice cream and everything." And Roxas is like, "You are you?"
Yeah.
And then he goes like, "Rip ice cream time." So he freaking diz and everything, and then he starts having very intense headaches because he's thinking way too hard of this.
I think a lot of people have a problem with the tutorial. Like, to be honest, the first time I ever played it as a kid, I wasn't the biggest fan of tutorial now, but I think some people I know that love the first time, but like the more you play the tutorial, the more you appreciate it and think it's, wow, this actually is a good start to the game. I can understand the issues. I can see how some people, I know a few people that like actually really do not like Twilight Town because of how long you're in it, but I love that all 3 of us actually appreciate Twilight Town a lot. And even though the Axel boss fight, I mean, come on. Maybe not too hard, but visually one of the coolest boss fights in the series. But yeah, you keep going. You still have more to go. No cons?
No cons for it.
Anything? Come on, there's a few more stuff you can say. Keep buttering its muffin.
Besides Sora's visit, I'm gonna bitch slap it in the face because
the
berserkers are annoying.
We can agree though. I'm even though it was really short, Sora's visit, when he found out Kairi was kidnapped, I'm kind of happy in a way because we really didn't have enough of this world. Like, not enough, but like we had enough that we didn't really need to come here back much again. So okay, I do have a few cons. I still love this world. It's still number 6. I know that's not too, like, I still think 6 is pretty damn high. Definitely grow on me. Honestly, it's weird because people are going, oh, let Hayden and Penn's character so much, but when the first time I played it and I didn't know about it, I actually really cared for his relationship with Hayna and Olette and Pence. And when I found out it was fake, it was honestly heartbreaking seeing them just phase through him. Roxas's end to this is just, it makes this world, we all think of Roxas when we go to this world. That's what I think of. Also, the music is just, wow. It's just amazing. Funnily enough, one of my favorite parts of this world, I don't know about you, I've always loved the 5 Wonders, that area. I've always found that area, I think that area is definitely one of the more forgotten places in Twilight Town, but I've always loved that area and the weirdness of it. Obviously, all the cutscenes where a lot of the story takes place, you know, Roxas, like, you know, we don't have to talk, we know, there's so much, and if we talked about Twilight Town in Kingdom Hearts, so there'd be, like, we would be talking about this for ages, because I think this and Radiant Garden are probably the 2 longest worlds you spend time in. But it's just, it really is magical. The boss fights are great. Coming back here to find out Kari's Kingdom, that was great. And then I think it was a very nice coming here, like this was kind of the link from where, it's basically where you started was the portal to the final world. That thing we saw, that was so cool. You know, that little thing we saw from the start of the game? We could never, you know, do anything. And then to find out that was the portal to the final world was quite amazing and awesome.
You could examine it with the triangle.
Yeah.
Like whenever you walk up to it and Roxas is like,
yeah.
what is this?
Yeah. I think we can also agree that, I think there is a few cons. Even though I love the tutorial, I think for a first time playthrough, it was a bit long. Like, I will admit, like, I love how it is now, but I can see the issues how it's a bit long. I can see how, I think it could have gone with a bit less, like maybe 30 minutes less, but then it kind of built up Roxas, so I kind of don't know, but I can see the problems with that. I'll never forget the day IGN called Roxas garbage character, but that was funny because we all know Roxas is like one of the best characters in the series, but yeah, like, I could keep buttering. I really do love this. It is a beautiful world. And even though I like Traverse Town a bit better in the sense, I don't like as a home world, Twilight Town has always been that world that I've always been like, I think this is the world I would live in. Like, I do. That's just the world in Kingdom Hearts that I think I would live in. And just, the struggle, the clock, it's very magical and nostalgic. Very, very nostalgic to, I think, me, you, and Slush. And that's why it's all, okay, it didn't make my top 5, but, like, it's all relatively close to all of our top 5, so. And the Mysterious Tower area is just another little area. And the mansion, jeez. The Nominee room, I love that, you know. Roxas, just, the mansion was great too, but we could keep going on this world, and I think I could, but I think we'd be here all day if we really described all the magic of Twilight Town, because
I mean, it has been 1 hour and 46 minutes.
Oh god, I knew this would be long, but we have to finish it now. At least we've been enjoying ourselves. But yeah, it's been, yeah, I had a feeling this would be long. I can't imagine it being short, but number 4, I think it's fair to say, right? Anything else? Oh, the Station of Awakening can't count. I love the Station of Awakening in this game as well. It's just, definitely. Yeah, everything. Obviously the one area I love about Kingdom Hearts 3 and Twilight Town better is the areas that are remade. I love it so much more, but this will always be the best Twilight Town because 3 was kind of disappointing. Let's just be honest. It was kind of, unfortunately. Yeah. It's sad because I really wish it wasn't that disappointing, but Kingdom Hearts 3's version of Twilight Town was quite disappointing. So yeah, number 4 goes to Twilight Town. Oh, yeah, we've been on this for a while, but I just like this in memory, and I know some of my friends will watch this, so that's number 4. So, number 3, jeez, the final 3, Halloween Town, The World That Never Was, and Hollow Bastion. So, just to retread to people watching, Halloween Town was 6 for me. I still love it, but it was 6 for me. It was 2 to Slush and 2 to Gazing Eye. And then Radiant Garden was 1 to me, and 6 to Gazing Eye, and 6 to Slush. So I think that would just put Radiant Garden at 3rd, wouldn't it? I think that is. And I'm happy it's third because it is my favorite world. I'm gonna let you go first before I burst my excitement for this world, because I know you two obviously still love this, but I was obviously a bit shocked that this is number 6. But tell me what you... I do think Hollow Bastion is a bit better than Kingdom Hearts 1, but tell me what you love about this, and then a few cons about this world. So go.
With me, it was, from where you first start off at, like, it was okay from, like, the start and everything, then you got to, like, the alleyway, which is where the trouble really begins. They brought in the samurais way too early. Just the fact that they brought them in way too early is kind of overwhelming. It's like, okay, let's throw this in your face real quick.
Yeah, the first visit of it, like, it is fun, but, like, I will admit, I was like, wow, that was it. But yeah, sorry, keep going.
Including, you revisit this place way too many times in the story. Like,
ooh, I'm gonna have to argue with you. I'm gonna have to argue with you. You could say the same about Travis Town. Okay, I'm gonna have to argue with you. You know why? Because you go to Twilight Town, you visit Twilight Town again for Kyra, and then you visit again. For the main story of this one, you go to it, the start, a little bit, just a little bit, nowhere in this Twilight Town. Then you have, you know, one of the best moments in Kingdom Hearts history, the halfway point in this game, the second visit to Hollow Bastion, the big, you know, the big game. And then the third one, it was Hollow Bastion, but to be fair, it was mainly focused on Space Paranoid, so I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, but keep going, keep going. Yeah, that's fair, thank you. At least you acknowledge it. Okay, keep going. How you feel about this one?
For most of the things, for this world in particular, I honestly feel like some of the Heartless were out of place in it. Like some, and at least most of the nobodies that were there, because it kind of made 0 sense for where they were at the time. But I mean, like, at least I get it a tad bit with them. But I enjoy the story in the world, and I enjoy the battles in this world, except for Alleyway. I do love the 1000 Heartless battle.
Yes. Yeah, you have to. Honestly, that in itself, 1000 Heartless would put this automatically in the top 10 of any ranking, in my opinion. Is there any more? There's a bit more pros, right? Like, do you have any more? I guess this is my number 1, so I should be more, you know, talking about this one than you'll agree, should I? Okay, so I'll just burst you why this is my favorite world. It is definitely the hub world. Are you there? Are you listening? Oh, you just mute.
Just mute.
Okay, it's definitely the hub world of Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, that is no exception. It doesn't feel as homey as Kingdom Hearts Travis Town, but I do like it a bit more, and there's so many reasons. First off, the first visit was just nice to see the gang, and I really love how Hollow Bastion is... I'm just going to call it Hollow Bastion. It changes in each game so much. For instance, in this game, it's constructing back to its original Radiant Garden form. It's half Hollow Bastion, but it's half the Radiant Garden we saw in Birth by Sleep. So I just love that. Just the first of all, it's also a portal to 2 worlds, Space Paranoids and 100 Acre Wood. So you have to come back for those things, which is just amazing. The whole Ansem study room, you know, finding out that Ansem was the Heartless, amazing. The whole, the Demix fight, iconic. And the thing is, in the story, there's actually only one Demix fight, but it was amazing. The whole battle, just the sense that you're in a battle, meeting Mickey, like... okay, you saw Mickey twice, but really saw it like, you know, having conversations with Mickey for the first proper time in the series is amazing. Goofy getting hit and people thinking he was dead is amazing. The whole, you know, Maleficent, Pete, Leon, Stitch, the fairies, all battling to defend Hollow Bastion. Like, there's just so much to this world. Like, also Tifa, like... Cloud, Leon, Aerith, Yuffie, like everyone just defending, Merlin just fighting for the Hollow Bastion, even Sephiroth fighting for Hollow Bastion, fighting Demons, and then fighting with the Final Fantasy members. I guess a con is if you die, that does suck. You have to do the Demons fight again, but the fire enemies do suck in this world. Honestly, that's one of my most freaking hated things, so they're one of the worst enemies in the series, but there's just so much, the music, like, it's just as good as Hollow Bastion and Kingdom Hearts 1. They're both such good worlds, it's just, oh, the battle, and then Sora, like, just so much happens. It's getting Master Form in this world, Sora finding out he is helping the organization by destroying the Heartless, Maleficent getting bodied by Heartless, like, Maleficent semi-helping Sora, which was such a shock, just because she hated the organization, just, jeez, man, like, just so much, and that, like, the 1,000 Heartless, just come on, like, there's just, and then we got the Sephiroth fight here, which is one of the best post-game secret fights in the series, and then having that Sephiroth fight scene with Tifa, and that was amazing, like, absolutely amazing. And then, don't even get me, and the reason this really does have to perk to #1 now is because, come on, Gazing Eye, the Cavern of Mother Effin' Memorament. It just, I don't think you really considered that part of it, but it really is just an extension to how big this world is. The reference to Castle Oblivion, finding all the organization, and it really is the only proper area in Kingdom Hearts 2 that you have decent, good platforming, because a lot of the world is not that complex in its level design. And I think you can see how this is my favorite world. And I think, you know what I mean, you can see how it's my favorite, right? Like, you can see how I love this world. I love the destruction. I love how destroyed it is, and then finally it's been, like, rebuilt. But I love how when we visit here, it's been a year, and they've done so much work with building this world, but it really is in the mid-construction of becoming how good it used to be. And I love the Final Fantasy characters the most in this game. I feel except Aerith's horrible voice actor. But, yeah, I could keep going, but yeah, just amazing world, and my favorite in Kingdom Hearts 2. And it's definitely the hub. It's the hub, but and anything else you want to say about this world, or you kind of agree with most of my points?
One of the cons that I have to say for Sephiroth's fight, whenever you get to, like, the final cutscene for their battle and everything, whenever they're actually fighting, if you pause for 1 second, and if you look behind Sephiroth, you get to see the 1,000 Heartless just sitting there.
Yeah, they did that a few times, actually, which is very odd.
And I kind of find it, like, a little bit lazy to do. It's like, you guys could have took this out of here whenever you go.
Also, actually, one more thing, I forgot to mention the final, like, visit. It was, like, kind of Tron, but even though it was mainly focused on Tron, I did think the visit was nice ending, like, you know, we go Tron, and then we find out the real name, and that's why I love Tron, because it really does incorporate main story, like, which is funny, because I'm pretty sure you're right, the Tron visit, the second visit, is actually optional. You don't actually technically have to do it, which is crazy, but yeah, that's how you find out about raiding Garden, which is really cool, and I think it's a really solid ending to the world. But I think, yeah, these are my points for why Hollow Bastion is #1 for me. Obviously, it's not #1 in general. It's #4 because of you and Slush having it both #6, and the other 3 worlds are just a bit more higher for all of us. Well, for you two, and then I have them pretty high as well. But I'm happy for having it at #4. So. Yep. Wait. Oh, no, #3, sorry. I was like, what? I was like, wait, #3, this is #3. Yeah, I'm happy, okay. So for #2, I think it's pretty obvious. I don't think, so the final world is, you and Slush's favorite, and it's my second favorite, so, I mean, that's pretty obvious. And then Halloween Town. At least we were all still in that opinion. And then Halloween Town. We didn't have one world where we were all the same rank. And then Halloween Town rank, second for you, second for, Slush, and then 6th for me. I don't think 6 is too low. I'll give you my reasons. I still love this world, but it just didn't make the top 6 for me. But, wait, no. Wait, no. Is this #6 or, wait, sorry, gotta quickly. Oh damn, I lost my phone. I think, actually, I'm wrong, Gazing Out. This is #5 for me. So I obviously still, yeah, it's #5, so I really love this world. But, let's get started. We're almost done. I know I think we're both quite exhausted, but we've got to finish this, so do you want to go first? You go first, because you do like this world probably a bit more than me, even though I love this world.
One of the main reasons why I love this world is because the second movie that I've ever watched, that was
okay. Yeah.
And I love Tim Burton movies, and I do love The Number Before Christmas a lot more than pretty much any other Disney movie that I've seen, pretty much.
Oh. Yeah.
So, whenever I played Kingdom Hearts 1, which pretty much summed up the majority final part of the movie,
which let's just talk Halloween Town. One thing I give it, I'm sorry I cut you off, just quickly. One thing I love about it is it really is great in both games.
Yes, very great. Including
Daisy, I'm gonna I have to go toilet quickly, so can you just explain your reasons while I'm gone? I'll try and be gone for a minute. Just try and explain while I'm gone for like a minute. Okay. Thank you. Okay, just quickly, just explain your reasons. I'll listen on the phone.
Okie dokie. Okay, so while he's missing, it is time for me to begin. So, okay. For one of the main reasons why I love this world to begin with is from how the battles are in this game. Except for friggin' Present. Everybody hates that fight, and we all know this. You can't lie about it. I do love how they brought in the aspect of going to Christmas Town, and from how they actually changed Sora's outfit into the Santa outfit, and they made Donald and Goofy like Rudolph and a Snowda? Snowda? Yeah, that's Snowda, right? And we have Oogie Boogie's return, where they actually give a reason for him to actually return, unlike, let's say, a little bit of Scar, pretty much? Yeah, mainly Scar. Whenever he comes back as a shadow, and it's like, yeah, no, we don't have much lore right here, let's just make that. I did love Oogie Boogie's fight, after all. Just the fact that you are pretty much walking for your life, and most likely running and dodging shit. Sorry for my language, we are allowed to say that, right? We're just not allowed to say the F word a lot of times. I've used my F word pass, so...
I'm back. Okay.
Welcome back.
Have you explained your reasons?
I mean, yes, I have.
For both worlds? I couldn't actually, unfortunately, listen to it, but, I'm just gonna say as well, like this world just... Also, we just made the 2-hour mark, like, wow.
Yes.
Damn.
Also, I'm very tired and I have work tomorrow.
I'm sorry, we're almost done. You don't mind, we're almost done, yeah, I just love... Okay, so obviously I love the... I'm gonna go good and sweet, because I feel like you did a good job. I love this world. It's my 5th favorite, and it was my favorite Disney World at one part, but there's a reason it's a bit lower. I love the visits, both visits. First visit's a bit better. The cage fight was traumatic to me as a kid, but I actually do appreciate and love it now. And Oogie Boogie is one of the worst fights from level 1, but that doesn't minor it. I think it's a great fight, and a very unique fight. I love the Christmas Town. Even though it was a bit weird, Maleficent's plot in that one, I did love that Maleficent and Oogie Boogie wanted to turn Santa into a Heartless. Like, how dark is that? Like, Jesus Christ. But then Oogie Boogie like hit him from the behind, and then they like fought. Boss fights are amazing. I love the theme. I just love it. Like, it definitely, and I think it probably does win Land of Dragons is my favorite, and I'd say I like Land of Dragons and Olympus a bit more than Halloween Town, but I would say probably Halloween Town does win in general public as the best Disney World, because, I mean, look at us three, and Halloween Town's #1 for Disney World. I love the Christmas Town's definitely the more stronger part. If it wasn't for Final Mix, I would have this a bit lower, because, not gonna lie, that Christmas music and the Christmas outfits does add a lot. And actually, fun fact, in the original Kingdom Hearts 2, I think you know this, I'm just saying people watching, well, not right now, but if they watch it later, it wasn't actually in the original, so I love that. Saying that the Halloween Town part is amazing, and just love it, exploring in that. It's really cool, and I do think the Halloween Town looks better in this game. It looks better. It does look better. The Curly Hill, yeah, but I will say one thing I hate is the new enemies. I hate the Jack-in-the-Boxes. They are one of the most annoying enemies in the series. It fits the world, but we can agree on that, right? Come on. They absolutely suck.
I mean, the Jack-in-the-Boxes were always
They're like evil. But I love also how Jack gets his Christmas outfit. And I don't really talk about this much, but you know the first visits where, you know, you use the key, where he needs an item to like seal the keyhole, you know, the gates. I love that his outfit was the one for that one, and that was like amazing. So I love that. Also the second visit, I actually really love the second visit as well. Finding those little kids, beating them up, and then finding out, and you know what's so cool? You actually see the experiment in the first visit. That's so cool. Oh, yeah, you just see his like body in the first visit, and then you don't face him in the second visit. But honestly, I really think the experiment has one of the most sad arcs in the series. All he wanted was love and a present, and we killed it. It was very upsetting, and the ending was great. And even though it was a bit creepy, I love that Sora sees Jack and Sally dancing, and sees him and Kairi, and he obviously sees younger Kairi, because it makes sense, because the last time he saw her, he saw younger Kairi. So it really does make sense. So I really, like, one of the best worlds in this game, great thing, just does everything right. Here's my one issue, there's one issue with this world, and someone actually said this. I wouldn't say, this guy said it's terrible, but I'd actually say this world may have one of the worst not the look, not the story, not the bosses, not the music, not everything else is amazing, but it may have one of the weakest designs in the game for the map layout, and here's why. This Beast Castle is a hallway, but it makes sense because it's a castle. This world is such a hallway. It is so straightforward. I'm going to show you right now. Just straightforward all the time. Like, that is the only nitpick. There's not much, it's a straight line in the map, other than two corners, which is, Curly Hill, and, the big tree area where you fight the experiment. It is very, very, very hallway, and I don't like how straightforward it is. There's not many maps that are this straightforward in 2, but this is like one of the best examples of that, and that's why I like Kingdom Hearts 1's Halloween Town map a bit better, and they are very equal to me, but I may have to give it to 1 just a bit more, because I like the Oogie's Manor display in that, even though I love it in this game. That's one of the biggest nitpicks I have with this world, is the, can you see what I mean, Gazing Eye? Like, can you see where I'm coming from? I do. The layout is just so hallway, so straightforward, that is actually why I had to put it at number 5, and I would not put it above Olympus or Land of Dragons. I had to think of that. So yeah, number 2 is, but it, honestly, even then, it's not enough for me not to love the hell out of this world. This world is amazing. So number 2 is Halloween Town. I think we are finally at number 1. Obviously, my list is a bit different. This is my second favorite world, but it is Gazing Eye and Slush's favorite world, and it's my second. So number 1, Gazing Eye, goes to the world that never was.
Finally. We have
made it. We have come to this. We have 2 hours. And I know at the end was a bit of torture, but I'm happy we did this, Gazing Eye, even if we wait.
Yes. We got this done. We can do Kingdom Hearts. I actually do think Kingdom Hearts 2 will not be as long as this one. Or 1, but 2. But I think the boss, the top ranking bosses
all come from this world.
Oh boy.
Do you want to go first, or do you want? Oh, gee, it's just this. I think it was so okay.
Let me take care of this.
Yeah.
One, I love the fact how you start off in Twilight Town. You type in sea salt ice cream, then you're going to the digital world.
Oh well, yeah. Before Axel's sacrifice. Oh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Before Axel's sacrifice and everything, then you meet up with Axel. He dies. You leave, and then you're like fighting like a semi-swarm of shadows and everything, which is kind of heading back towards Roxas, if you think about it. Whenever you walked through the world that never was, it was raining and Neo shadows were popping up out of the ground. And the fact that you fight Roxas in Final Mix makes this world 10 times better, because it's more emotional.
Yes, definitely one of the, could be the best addition to Final Mix, the Roxas boss fight. I think it probably is.
Then it's just a boss rush.
And the thing is, yes, and even though, the thing is, someone said, the world exploration is not as extent as the first game, but the thing is, this is a final world. It doesn't need to be exploration. This is just a boss, not a boss rush, but this is like proceeding up this awesome castle. And I do think Kingdom Hearts 2 still probably has the best final world in the series, to be honest.
Yes.
It's just amazing. Like finally we get to go organization space after seeing it in cutscenes and you know, like it is more awesome if you haven't played 358 at first, because it is more fresh. But just fighting other than Luxord, Zigbar and Syax's fights are amazing. The story's amazing. Ansem getting revealed as Diz. I mean, Diz getting revealed as Ansem. I mean, it was obvious, but it was amazing. You know, reuniting Kairi and Riku, who we haven't reunited with all three together since Kingdom Hearts. Literally, I'm pretty sure since that little cutscene in Hollow Bastion, where like Riku was out of Ansem, but really, honestly, since as actual friends since Destiny Islands, mate, like so long. You know, Riku finally getting his new form. You know, Riku being the final boss fight. I mean, that's just the freaking fights before Ansem destroying the freaking heart. Just the enemy, the new nobody type. I love the Cube Xemnas themed nobodies. I love them. I can't think of their name as right now, but amazing. Getting the Oblivion Keyblade. The freaking, one of my favorite things, honestly, is the freaking graveyard. Seeing all the organization's gravestones and like how they're all destroyed and red, especially Zexion's. Like, what the hell? I love that. And then you say some stuff now. We might as well go all out and lose our energy to love.
I like how Roxas's stone is halfway. It's halfway.
Yes.
That proves that he's still alive inside Sora.
Yes, I love that as well.
I like how Riku breaks it to Sora that, oh, you have a nobody. And it's like, what?
I know.
It goes like, oh, here we go. Here's a Final Mix cutscene for you. And then we get to, like, first Xemnas fight and everything. You're scaling up this...
I don't know about you, but Xemnas could still be the... Yeah, it is still my favorite final boss fight in the series as well.
Yeah.
The laser, oh god, everything. You think you beat Xemnas? You think you beat Xemnas twice. You thought you burned him off the skyscraper, and you're like, oh, that's disappointing, but no, it's not over. And then you really think you beat him, and then no, one more time, Xemnas, let's go. The only thing, the nitpick is, I really don't think Maleficent and Pete needed to be in this world. That kind of like annoyed me. But other than that, like, it was kind of just like, why are you here? Like, just go away.
Another thing that kind of bothered me, and it was, I honestly feel like the Lingering Will's portal should have been in the world.
That's fair.
Like, put him in the graveyard area, like in the little graveyard area, somewhere like.
Or even, I was gonna say Hollow Bastion, but maybe not, because, you know, we already have all the access there. Disney, yeah, it was a bit weird in Disney Castle. It was definitely odd. But I mean, I didn't think, honestly, to be honest, like, this is not, I'm not mad. When we did this, I didn't expect this to be your number ones. I didn't expect this world to actually come in as number one in our, like, in our 3 group ranking. And I'm happy, I'm not mad it is. I didn't, like, it's my second favorite world in this game, so I'm happy it is, but I'm just saying, I, for some reason, didn't expect it to be both your guys' favorites. And that, well, as soon as you guys said it was both your, second, favorites, I knew this was number one, because it was second for me, so. And just, you know, fighting all the nobodies, this is where you grind, this is where you get final, there's so much, there's so much. It's like Twilight Town and Hollow Bastion, like those 3 worlds, you really can talk about them forever, but, I mean, we've been doing this for 2 hours, and I just think we can agree this is just the best world in Kingdom Hearts 2. Well, in, like, with us 3, like, in our opinion. I really do like how we did this video. The only issue is Slush did dip. Maybe, like, I mean, he did say an hour, so I can't go on him. He did say an hour, so it's not. But I think we did a good work gazing of, you know, finishing this list, and I think we can agree that this is I think it's a pretty fair list. I think if someone watched this, they could understand our opinions. I think some of the controversy at the start, like Atlantica being Slush's 8th favorite and Beast Castle and Timeless River being so low for you is quite controversial. But I think for the most part, I think I like how our group decision came together. And
sometimes we gotta start off controversial and then work our way up
yeah.
to, like, the very exciting stuff.
So I really, and also just one, I'm gonna give this just one more thing because I'm here. Just the end, you know, where you see Kairi, Mickey, Donald, Goofy, and Rick just standing looking at that door. It's just like, wow, shit is about to go down. It was just epic. And then just the boss fight, all the phases. Yeah. And just also Sora, like, slashing skyscrapers. The only fight I didn't really like was the dragon one. Frick, that fight can be annoying, but I mean, we could keep going on this, but we're just gonna say this is the best final world. And do you have anything else to say? The boss fight's amazing. Every boss fight's amazing. The pacing's amazing. Just starting at the city, you know what I mean? Seeing the castle from a far view, just knowing, oh, we're going there, is just also amazing.
Yes.
So that was our ranking of Kingdom Hearts. I actually, like, I know you probably thought I did not actually think it'd be this long. I do think maybe us debating, maybe I'm happy we still did it, but us, you know, telling each other our list was also a bit that was probably another hour added, but I'm happy we did it. And yeah, that is our ranking. Is there any, before I go, is there any worlds you think deserved in our overall group to go a bit higher? So I actually fine with it. The only one, as I think Beast Castle should have been above 100 Acre Wood, but obviously in our actual ranking, it was kind of technically it technically was below 100 Acre Wood. But do you have anything?
The question is, do you want to see what I put on my tier list?
Okay, you can do your tier list. Okay. Well, actually, we'll retread our rankings quickly. We'll say, let's just say it just before I end the stream. So, to clarify, our ranking from 15 to 1 from our group ranking was Atlantica, Disney Castle Atlantica at 15, Disney Castle at 14, Space Paranoids at 13, Agrabah 12. What was 11? I
don't remember.
Agrabah 12. Agrabah 12. I want to say it was, I think, 11. This doesn't feel right.
Oh,
I think
no.
11. I think 11 was Port Royal.
We'll find out later.
Port Royal.
We'll find out later.
Wait, 11 was Port Royal. 10 was Pride Lands. 9 was 9 was Timeless River. God damn. Wait, I got it. I just want to retread this quickly before we end the video. Okay, so, yeah, okay. Number 10, 15, this is our group decision. 13 Space Paranoids, 11 Agrabah, 12 Agrabah, sorry. 11 Port Royal, 10 Pride Lands, 9 Timeless River, 8 Beast Castle, 700 Acre Wood, 6 Olympus, 5 Land of Dragons, 4th Twilight Town, 3rd Holy Bastion, 2nd Halloween Town, and 1st The World That Never Was. And then my ranking of the actual world, like my ranking is 15 Atlantica, 14 Disney Castle, that's similar, 13 Space Paranoids, 12 Agrabah, 1100 Acre Wood, 10 Timeless River, 9 Port Royal, 8 Pride Lands, 7 Beast Castle, 6 Twilight Town, 5 Halloween Town, 4 Olympus, 3 Land of Dragons, 2nd World That Never Was, and 1 Radiant Garden. And then
is Disney Castle, 12 was Beast, 11 was Agrabah, 10 was Book World.
yeah, but I read it. I read it as second was.
Lands,
Okay.
Space Paranoids, then Port Royal, Radiant Garden, Olympus. Then we get to Twilight Town, Land of Dragons.
No, but it says Halloween Town's 3rd. I'm just saying in your list it says that.
Oh no, I did it backwards.
You messed it. You messed it up. Okay, yeah. 2nd Halloween Town.
It wouldn't let me change it.
And 1st is The World That Never Was. Well, I think that's a good place to end our video. So, thank you guys for watching. The only thing is Gazing Eye. I mean, you can go now, but I think I'm gonna keep my video thing on a bit longer, only because my thumbnail, I'm scared now because I looked at your list, is gonna have that horrible PlayStation menu thumbnail. So I'm gonna keep this look on for 5 more minutes, so my thumbnail doesn't mess up. But yeah. So thanks for watching, and I think it's time we go. So see you, Gazing Eye.
Bye bye.
Thanks for watching, guys. I'm just gonna keep this. You can leave the video now. So see you, Gazing Eye. So yeah, this will just be here because 5 more minutes because of I don't want to ruin the thumbnail. So I'll be back. I think hopefully my thumbnail will be this now. Let's hope. I swear